Well, guys, looks like it's finally happened. Looks like the karma's finally caught up to Marvel. It appears that in its second week of ongoing, Fantastic Four has seemed to flop. And now, this doesn't come as a surprise, as after the movies, after Endgame, the Marvel movies just became lackluster. It seemed that they were going with the quantity over quality approach. And boy, oh boy, did that prove to just be their downfall. Movies like Ant-Man Quantumania was a shit show. The Marvels was another shit show. And so now that they have actually decided to create good quality movies, it's becoming too late. And they're paying the price for it. It seems that on the article it says that so far they've made over 370 million and the movie cost over 450 million. So they would need a couple more to just break even. And this doesn't really come as a surprise because, like I said, after Endgame, they just went on this cash grab series of events where they just put out shows upon shows, movies. And Kevin Feige said it himself. It felt like homework if you wanted to keep up with what was going on with Marvel. You needed to watch a show to know what's going on in the movie. And that's what's happening here right now. Now, don't get me wrong, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were both great movies. They were both great movies. Thunderbolts was good and Fantastic Four came along. But where they both struggled was one, Thunderbolts was were using characters that weren't really on the main stage, like Scarlett Johansson's, sorry, Black Widow's sister and the rest of the cast, they weren't really well known. So unless you're a diehard Marvel fan, you wouldn't really know who these people are. Same thing with Fantastic Four. Now, everyone, if you're not even a Marvel fan, you know who Fantastic Four is. But they had a lot of competition. As in, this summer, they had Jurassic World Rebirth. They had after that was Superman, and they were the last. So obviously, they're now getting the trickles of the money that was supposed to come. And that's just how it is, and that's how it basically is. And it's not just superheroes on a whole that just feels oversaturated because Superman is now destined to make at least 600 million for its release. And that's well over $500 million. And that's it's not just the superheroes, but it's just because people are tired, they're sick, and they're tired of the Marvel garbage. Because you know, they've just been releasing shows and movies that just have not been living up to the billing. And they think that with every new movie release, they're going to be able to make $1 billion in the box office. That's not how this works. That's not how it works. And they're now paying the price for it. The audience doesn't want to see. It's not like the audience is starving to see these new movies. You know, they'll just wait until it comes out on the streaming services to watch it, which is another thing too, right? But there is still some sort of hope. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out next year, and that should help it. That should help it. And after that, we're getting Avengers Doomsday. And I think, in my opinion, that should help to, stir the course back on to, Marvel's glory. But as of right now, they're struggling just to break even. So, they might. It's since it's only the second week, I think they could break even potentially, and they probably might get around to $500 million, but it's not going to make any more. It's not going to get $1 billion. But what I think Marvel should definitely do in its future movies is they need to analyze their budget. Instead of making these high using a lot of budget, they should still be able to create good quality movies with a lower budget, so that way they can break even faster and make a lot more profit. Having good movies with less money. That's what they should be doing. And they seem to be going in that approach. You know, they like Kevin Feige said he's gonna be doing at least was it 1 to 2 movies every year with a TV show. So he definitely is going in that approach. And we know Secret Wars is gonna be like a reset, as in because it'll get a reset of the whole not the entire timeline, but definitely gonna be bringing in X-Men and the Fantastic Four as the main guys. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm not really surprised to say the least. I watched Fantastic Four, it was a really good movie. I watched Thunderbolts, it was also a really good movie. It's just people are tired. They're really tired of the trash that has been going out before then, Captain America Brave New World and all the other things that were out. And they just want, so they're not starving to go to the movies. But that's basically it. I wanted to talk about it, and you know, see ya.